Hey, how you doing, Leo? How you doing? This is Queen Booster. I'm the host of this channel. Welcome to Conscious Waters, Ocean Deep. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are looking forward to your week ahead. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Press the notification bell so that you can be updated when I've uploaded new readings to this platform. Also, check the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, and any other star sign you have in your birth chart that may resonate with the readings on this channel. Do take what you like and leave the rest. Also, I just want to say thank you to you all who have liked, commented and subscribed to this channel so far. Please continue to do so and press the notification bell. So what's going on with Leo? Okay, so someone's not ready for you to say anything to them. They're feeling like it's unrequited with telling you everything, and it does say warning, we don't want to speak until you're ready, but I notice you just don't want to speak to me. I feel like I'm not ready to speak to you, but I feel like I am, and I don't know how. I just don't know how to support my mind with everything. I've just got a lot on my plate and I feel bothered. Okay, so there could be someone around you that feels like they've got a lot on their plate and feel a little bit bothered right now. It does say winning is something that you want to do. So you're supporting this negative mind, or maybe even seeing that you can have better news. You just don't want to have bad news. Wondering if your work is going to be worth waiting for or worthwhile. It does say you warn yourself not to speak, but you wonder if everything is going to be seen and certainly not heard, or probably not really bothered about why it is going to be you that has great news overall. It does say you have to see things and work on it and not speak about it. You just got to work on it and make sure that you look fine in your mind about things that you are doing and preparing for. Okay, maybe you've got some studies to do. It does say someone has been trying to believe you have no mindfulness or even pride in your mind about who you are. Frenemies are there, not really taking much notice about what's going on with you, or maybe even frenemies are there to support you. At this time, it says no one is there to justify who is going to be ready for you to have good karma, but it does say wonderful things can happen when you see that you're not smart enough in your mind about bad things. It does say bad things, as you don't want to hear bad things or see bad things. You just don't know how to support everyone's mind games. So there could be a lot of mind games being played. Okay. Could be worried about those things, or warning yourself not to build any envy or envious mental health strategies to help you build a better life. It says it's not going to be you that has blame, so you're not going to be the one to have support, and you may not want to support everyone, but you do judge why you worry a lot or see things that are not going to happen. It does say you feel like it's not always going to be you, but you do have to wonder why things are going to work out. It does say you wonder when it's going to happen and when things are going to get better for you. You don't need to speak about anyone, and you don't need to hear anyone's problems. You just really wonder when it's going to get better for you. Okay, so you just wonder when things are going to get better for you in your own way. All right. I'm hearing I like you, but I don't love you. I don't know if this is to do with a water sign or an air sign. It does say an earth sign says this, but they don't know how to support everything. They wonder why you're not speaking about it, but they're warning you not to speak. If they speak about mindful feelings of yours, they're going to be better off. It does say wonderful things can happen when you speak about the things you want instead of word for word everything that they want. They don't want to hear that you've got bad news to give them. Okay, so someone doesn't want to know that you've got bad news to give them. It could be in regards to work, or the abilities to communicate things that you don't really need to. It says you tried to warn me so many times not to speak about something, and I told you don't speak about it. I don't want to hear it. You've got karma coming. When you see you have karma coming, you will have karma coming. So it's like someone's trying to warn someone that they've got karma coming. It does say breaking up with some type of negativity is going to be better off, as you do not have problems with people, or maybe even karma. It does say wonderful things can happen when this person stops causing you harm or saying slight devious things behind you, and wonders if you're going to see any bad news. Okay, could be a water sign, an air sign, or another fire sign. It does say sometimes you build a resistance to your own mind about things you want, and you may not want to see everything. You may not even look for everything, but you wonder if it's going to be you that gets good karma. Okay, could be dealing with a Taurus, could be dealing with I'm hearing Gemini, but it could also be a Sagittarius. Okay, does say you believe you had not done anything wrong, but I told you did something wrong, and you tried to warn me that it wasn't going to be you that has good karma, because it does say that you do have good karma. But I wonder where you go in thinking that you don't have any good news. You don't have any good news in your mind. Is that what you're saying? That you have warned yourself not to speak about everything, and you don't want to have good news? Why would I tell you you have good news? I don't want to know you've got good news. So someone doesn't want to know that you've got any good news. Okay, or maybe this is you that feels this way about someone, Leo. Someone's ready to understand that they have many things to do or many ideas to walk away from, or don't know how to. It does say pleasing you is something I want to do, but I can't please you if I'm not pleased. Okay, this person feels, some type of resentment. It does say they don't feel like they are wanted or needed by you, or even nice enough to be your friend, or maybe even feel like you have family that don't feel nice enough to be around you. At times, someone here feels like you haven't got anyone to be your friend, or even nice family members around you to potentially give you good karma. Okay. Some of you are going through letters in the mail to say that you need to support something, or maybe even see the timing when it comes to support something. It does say you could be looking forward to something coming, or maybe even helping a person see if it's going to come. Don't want to hear that you're stressing, but always seeing that you have great news is something you wonder if it could work in your mind or in your favor. Waiting for the news, maybe waiting more than usual for something to come, or maybe even hearing from someone and not speaking about it but screaming out or telling the person off is what they would prefer to hear, as they don't want to talk about it or don't want to talk to you, but they realize they're making this up and making fun of you and making things harder than normal, or making you feel like you are the bad person, or making you feel like you have won something but don't really want to know what it is. It does say that you are doing well and you don't really want to know that bad news is there, but warns you not to speak. Are you the one getting all these gifts and I don't get any? Okay, could be dealing with an air sign. All right, doesn't say that this person wants to know what's going on with them. Doesn't say this person wants to know what's going on with you. This person may not be smart enough to see what's going on, but is also mad about things that they've been going through. Doesn't say you rather speak about it, but you rather laugh at them or make fun of them because they don't want things from the person that gets good karma and then gives them good karma. It does say you have to speak about why. This man here doesn't know how to support everything that he's done and doesn't want to go through any dignity or pride or ego to support the good news. He just wants bad news constantly. Okay, so someone doesn't want to take accountability for their actions in regards to things, but then still, it sounds like things may have changed in some way where this person is now, getting good news, but they don't want it. Very strange behavior. It says, I realize I'm not always the greatest when it comes to manipulation, but I do manipulate things, and I do notice that I don't want to always manipulate things. I just warn myself, what do I do when I speak about things in my mind and tell myself it's not going to work because she's not going to give me everything that I want? But then I run away from things that I do get. Okay, so this person seems to be running away from good karma in their life, just because they can't get everything their way or the way they want it, or everything that they want, even though they do get certain things that they want as well, which is kind of strange. It does say, I know I am good at being I know I'm good at being mind gamed. So if I'm being mind gamed for something you want, is it that? Is it that? Is it that? So someone feels like they're being mind gamed for something that you want, or maybe that they want, in regards to how maybe you're looking at it or they look at it, take it, as it is, vice versa, that type of thing, maybe this is you saying that, maybe it's them saying that. It says, I don't want to donate anyone's time to mine in my mind about it. I just want to help myself think about it. Do I need something? Do I want it? Or do I not want it? Do I want it? Do I not want it? So someone wants to know whether or not they want something or don't want it. Maybe someone's gifting someone something, or even telling them that they're getting something and the person doesn't want it, but they don't know if they really do want it or not. Maybe contemplating or considering whether or not they should speak about it or steal attention from the person, just to be mindful about what it is that they want. It does say this person doesn't know how to speak up, but does know that they want things and don't know how to sort out everything that they have on their mind or on their list of things to do, or even wants, needs and problems. Okay, so someone could be confusing someone here. All right, it does say feelings of yours are not going to be found by me, but I feel like your feelings and my feelings are always certain that they're not the same, and I don't want to have the same feelings as you. You can harm me at times, and I feel like you're gonna harm me. It doesn't say that I am harmed, but I feel harmed by you at times. Okay, so someone feels harmed by someone's feelings. Okay, it could be a child, it could be a family member, it could be a sister, brother, sibling, friend, neighbor. It does say someone here found out that they didn't know how to solve everything in their mind about how they see things, but they warn themselves not to speak. Are you getting good karma, or are you getting good news from what it is that I'm doing? I realize I don't want to speak about you, but I'm always getting involved in your problems, and I want to. I just don't know how to stop. I just want to. Okay, this could be a Gemini person. Okay, it could be a water sign man here. Maybe a Scorpio. We've got Capricorn here as well. Okay, and then any air sign person possibly. I feel like you always had bad news, and I realize I'm not going to get good news doing this, so I have to speak about when I'm going to get good news. Is it going to trouble you to tell me that you've got good news? I just don't want to hear it though. This person doesn't even want to hear that you've got any good news. It does say he wonders if you have great sex, or maybe even has a good idea of things working out for you. Could be dealing with Aquarius here, any earth sign here. Okay, a water sign or Capricorn. Okay, so I want to see you, but I wonder what's going on with you. When are you going to come back? I just don't really want to know that you're going to. Just wondered, are you going to stay away and leave me alone? Okay, so someone wants to know if you're going to stay away and leave them alone, or maybe you feel this way, Leo. It does say someone here doesn't even want to make time and effort to speak about it, but they walked away and told you that they were coming back, and maybe they didn't come back. And it does wonder if you're going to have a good time without them, or this person could be wondering whether you're going to have a good time without them. It does say, I realize I'm not always the one to speak, but I could speak if I want to. And I'm not going to say you said it, but I know you're going to say it. You don't need me to talk. I know you're going to say it. So this person knows what you're going to say, or they feel like they know what you're going to say, or maybe even know what a person around them is going to say. And it says this person doesn't want to speak about it. He knows why. I've told him off not to tell you anything, not to speak about anything to you. And I realize I don't want to hear them talk to me about when they are going to get good news from you, because I know that it's not always going to be good news that they get from you. Okay, so someone's putting something in someone's ear. Okay, it could be an earth sign, or it could be something in regards to work. It does say you don't really know me very well, but I realize you just don't know who you are. You know who you are, but at times you don't know if you're going to be good or if you're going to be mad. Okay, this person seems to be judging you. Okay, or maybe judging someone around you. This person doesn't know how to speak up, but knows that they're being direct about what it is they want to say to you through their mind. This person may be helping you to be tolerant, or even to deliver something, first of all, in their mind, to help you think that you're not going to be mind gamed, and maybe even like you, pretending that it's not going to be this way. Don't want to stress, but I don't want to harm you. I just feel like I could play mind games. So this person is playing a lot of mind games. Don't want to hear that you're gonna give me that information though. I please myself when I want to, so certainly wouldn't want to hear from you, but I do, and at times I don't. I just wonder, when am I going to play mind games some more? Okay, too many mind games. don't want to hear that I'm going to give you anything. I just realized I can't bring you what you want. Don't want to hear that you're going to get it. And I don't know if I can support you with this. So maybe you're waiting for something and you don't know if it's going to come, okay, or it's not ready to come yet, or this person doesn't know if they're going to be able to bring it to you, okay. But this person doesn't want to lie, and they don't want to hold on to anything of yours, but they don't know if they can surprise you with things that they want. They just don't want to hear that you're going to get what you want all the time, and leave them to stress about nothing. They feel like they can play you or manipulate you, or even proceed with bank fraud, or maybe even notify you that you have mental health problems, or maybe even give you cards, gifts, presents, or mental stresses inside themselves. These are the things that they may be going through, and it doesn't say you are, but you're warning yourself not to get involved with someone that's spiting you or giving you nervousness or pretense energy or family fraudulent activity or issues mentally. Oh dear, Leo, who are you dealing with, honey? It says 1 week at a time. There is no one speaking about negative news, is there? I know there is, but there isn't. And I can't hear myself think. I have to hold on just to forgive myself, because I don't want to know that you're always telling me off. And I feel like you're telling me off. Even when you don't speak to me, you're telling me off. You're letting me know that I've done something wrong. And I realize I'm not going to always be the one to justify you. I feel like I'm fed up of things that I don't want or even don't need, but I need things too. And I just don't know if I can support myself, and I can't support you, but I do support you at times, but I don't want to today. Okay, this person may feel like you want them for something, but it doesn't look like you do. I mean, you could, Leo, but it doesn't look like you do. And it does say this person may need things or want things, but they don't need it from you. And this person realize they don't want to know that you're going to be there to help them with things, and they don't want to know that you're always going to stress or even dress nice or look nice, because you don't always feel like you can have good karma. And it does say working on war with you in your mind about things that you know you can have and know you can't have at times is certainly what this person does. It's like, judging you for your downfalls, and then still judging you for, the good things that you can do for yourself. What I'm picking up here is a hater. Plain, blank and simple. Got a hater somewhere. It says no one needs to know what nine-minded person is there. I could call you and make you feel stressed, okay? So someone wants to call you and make you feel stressed, okay? Or make you feel like someone is, I feel like this person's working on you, though. Someone is working on you and wants to control a plan to help themselves. And it does say when they realize they're not doing anything good to you, they just want to please themselves and don't want to support their minds with good karma. They realize they read into things or look into things so deeply, but it doesn't make you feel like you have great news overall. It's just the stress levels that this person's dealing with and don't know how to support mind games. This person may put you down, or maybe even tease you, torment you, or even control you at your mind, even your work, or maybe even your job. But at times this person doesn't want to hear that you've got great news. Okay. Could be dealing with an earth sign, maybe a Libra, maybe a fire sign. It does say you all know that you have gifts and you do control situations too, but you warn yourself not to speak. You have blamed no one for your sentimental value ships, and you have great news overall with frenemies or friends, but you just want to know that you have one or two, and you don't want to know that friends are always going to be good to you, but you know that you need them too, because it's not always healthy or helpful to you to not have good friends. Okay, I've tried to warn you. I don't want to speak to you, but you don't want to hear me. I realize you don't need to hear me, and I don't want to speak to you. So someone may not want to speak to you. Okay, could be an earth sign, could be a water sign, could be an air sign here. Could be a mother figure, an aunt, a friend, or just someone. It does say you don't need to speak to me. It could even be a wife. It does say some of you guys are dealing with a lot of stress and a lot of mental struggles, or maybe even someone wants to see that you have them, and it doesn't say it wonders. It says you will have this, but it does say he knows why he's playing mind games. He is peeing you off, and he wants to know that he can pee you off, and he's brutal in his mind about trying to change your mind about peeing you off. Picking up earth and air energy there. Okay. could even be a young person, like a teenage person, or just a younger person as well. It does say you have tidied up your mind about everything that you're doing and you like it. So why would you want to bother me? Everything that I said I didn't want to see with you, you're doing it. So this person doesn't even want to see you happy, Leo. This person just hating on everything that you're doing to support yourself. It does say he wonders if you can say hello another day when you're feeling low. Lord have mercy. Can you imagine? Say hello another day when you're feeling low. So this person literally wants you to reach out when you're at your lowest. Yeah, so they can feel more proud about themselves. Maybe because this person feels low. Maybe this person's not happy with themselves. So when you're down, they're up. Okay, and when you're up, they're down. Okay, that's going to be the title of this video. When you're down, they're up, and when they're up, you're down. Sad, really. It does say really bad news is always the answer, but it's not really going to give you good karma. Some of you are going through things where you're feeling low, and sometimes you tidy up your mind to say you're going through good news. Sometimes you are going through good news, and it does say your friends and family members want to support you. You really do feel peed off at times, but it does say some of you are going through mental stress. And it does say warning, if someone is telling you off or making you feel sad this year or today, it's not going to be you that has a very bad mind. You have brilliance in your mind to pretend that you have great news, or even certainly want to change your mind as soon as you see blame come your way. It does say blame, as someone doesn't want to communicate, but they do, and they wonder if they can steal from you, take from you, or leave you to wonder if you got what it is that you wanted, your gifts, or maybe even a present. It does say some of you are getting generous with your ideas or things that you want to buy, purchase, or even give someone. It does say you would rather see that you are helpful, and maybe even sending them a gift is not going to be certain that you take and give. It's just that you wonder if you can support someone and please them and help them. It does say wonderful things can happen when you see what's going to happen in the next 2 weeks. It doesn't say you have to see great news, but it does say you have to strive past the mental structure. If the person says hello or doesn't want to say, hey, how are you? It does say sometimes they feel like they are going through something, but warning signs are there for them to see that you're not really happy about who you are. And maybe they like this and they don't know how to support it. They just know that they can't steal from you, take advantage of you, because you've already told yourself you're not going to give up. You're not going to allow anyone to steal from you, take from you in your mind the way they would like to see things. So you're not going to allow people to steal your joy, your happiness, Leo. Okay? All right? Naturally, sometimes things might get you down, you know, with day-to-day life activities, whatever it is, you know, your plans, whatever it could be. But I don't see that you're going to allow other people to really get you down. That could be something about you that you're working on right now. Okay, it does say you have plenty of sets, don't you? And it does say warning, if this person doesn't want to see that you have good news with your love life, maybe they should leave out the fact that you are having good sex in your love life. Maybe they're nervous, jealous, or mad about the situation. Whoever you're with, you could be having great news with. Your love life is certainly going to have great news overall. And it does say your blessings are coming in. It does say blessings are overall in your mind about your family, your friends, and people. And certainly your frenemies are not going to feel jealous about who you are and who you're becoming. Your sentimental value ships are there, and you're certainly going to lose a lot of mind games of your own, playing yourself. At times you thought you couldn't do something, and now you're doing it. And now you see yourself brilliantly working on things that you didn't know you could do before. It does say you really want to know if it's going to work there, and you don't know if it's going to. You may not see yourself through another month doing something that you said you were going to do, but you have to try, and you have to make sure you see yourself in better luck and better moods to stay on course. It does say taking mindfulness in your mind about things you want is going to be the answer through the situation, and helping yourself make a lot of sense with the things that you want to wear or dress or even do. It does say you are looking great, and you're trying to make yourself look and feel better. And you warn yourself not to speak, but you want to hear yourself talk about these things alone, and not want to stress to other people that you're doing certain things. You may want to keep things personal or private, and you may want to help support people who see you doing certain things, not to speak to you about it, but maybe help you see that you are giving yourself a lot more time and energy to support your mind. You don't want to hear that problems are always going to be theirs with you, and you don't want to hear that their problems are going to be yours with them, and you don't want to know that they're always going to be negative about who you are, and you don't want to know that you're always negative about them. You just have great pride and ego in yourself that is going to really help support you with problematic situations and help yourself out of dramas and karmas. It does say you have bloody good news on its way, and it's going to repercussion feminine energy in you to help support you and your fine ass family. It does say fine ass family as someone doesn't like you. And it does say when this Aquarius doesn't speak about you, she speaks about negative energy in her mind to pretend that she likes you, but she doesn't like you all the time. And she may witness things or see things that she doesn't want, or even sees in her mind and doesn't want to hear it. And doesn't want to know that it's always going to happen for you, but she laughs and she makes fun of you because she doesn't want to know that you're always doing great. But she does know that she can walk away and leave you alone. And she does know that she tries to, but she just doesn't know how. She may feel like blame is going to be yours all the days of your life. And it doesn't say it's going to be, but she promised herself that it would. And she's trying too hard to want to see that happen. That is so sad. Gosh, someone really trying to kill your joy with, but you're not allowing whoever that is to step all over you. Okay. And it does say you have to blame yourself. Sometimes you didn't like the person, or you may have liked them, but they didn't support who you were as a person. They may not have seen you for who you were, and they didn't like the way you looked or even sound. It does say when you see yourself and you support people, you don't want to hear that bad news is there. At times you do, but sometimes you don't. And you realize that you may have tried to really look good in their mind, but sometimes they didn't appreciate you. And it says sometimes you really realize you don't need to help anyone at all. At times, you just need to look forward to blame no more and really look into your friends, family members, and people that do. And even when they don't always like you, you've got to look past that and see that blessings are coming in. It does say you have to wonder if anyone likes you at times, because you warn yourself that people do lots of things to make you feel sad or upset. It does say sometimes really mad at who you are. Not really you being mad at who you are, but someone else wants to help you show you that you're not very good as a person. And it does say bad news for whoever this is. It doesn't say anyone, but many thanks to people on earth right now that don't have good news about many help people feel very smart about being mad at each other. And it says bad news overall for the universe, because all of you are going through stress, scrutiny, despair, lack of judgment in great news or good karma. And it says mindfully speaking, because some people really want to see you do great. Okay. So that was a lot, Leo, eh? All right, let's see what's going on with work for Leo. Work is going to be studied. You're going to witness something very soon that's not going to annoy you, but it's going to please you. And it's going to make you feel like, well, if he doesn't want to speak about it, I'm not going to speak about it. But I'm taking my time and I'm contemplating whether or not I send the bill to someone, or maybe even tell them that I've got to gift them something all over again. I want to hear that I'm going to get it. So I've told myself I don't want it, but I do want it. So someone may have told you that they don't want something, and now they do. All over again. Okay, it could be you, Leo, it could be someone else, could be an air sign here. It does say I wonder if I could steal the attention from you, just a little bit though, because I want to know if I can get something else. And it does say I wonder if I can steal your attention again, and say I do want it, because I don't want to know that I'm not getting one, but I do not like the one that you're offering me. And I realize I don't want to know that you're not getting it, because I do like it. I just didn't know I wanted that one. And I want to know if I'm going to get it again. So someone seems to want to get it again. They didn't like it at first, but now they like it. Okay. So I don't know if that was a job offer. Okay. Or maybe like someone's giving someone something at work here. All right. So let's see what else is going on at work for Leo. It does say you have to see what's going on with your work and take your time. Typing and writing is something that you do. Making sure your essays are looking smart for those of you that are still in school. At times you are looking very good in your mind and very, very good overall. Challenges are there. Hopefully seeing that you have challenged yourself and helped yourself look very, very mindful about who you are. Tidying up yourself in your mind about who you are becoming, and making sure that you have done great mind gestures overall, things that you want to succeed in, time in a situation, and making sure that you have time management a situation, making sure that you look good and making sure that you sound good. Overall, I will not pretend that I am mad. I do know that I am at times, but I am mad at things that I've heard. And I didn't want to hear that you're always doing good. And I rather not speak, but I heard that things was not great for you. And I looked at you and I wondered, are you okay? Someone had told me many things over and over again about you, and I didn't like it. I just wonder, are you okay? So someone has been talking about you with this person, and this person's wondering if you're okay. It does say many thanks to you. You've seen the light of day. You don't want to hear that bad news is there, and problems with them are always going to be there. People always look at you like they need to judge or mismatch you, or even judge you in your mind, or maybe even misplace you. At times they don't know who you are, and at times they do. Some of you really realize you're going to have great news overall as you study and look forward to blessings, celebrating the good news and success is coming in. And it does say you have to see when you're going to bring yourself back in your mind about bad news. You don't need to see that, so you have to help yourself look better. As a friend or frenemies don't want to see you mad, but they do want to see you well at times. They just don't know how to cheer you on. And they realize they need to cheer you on because you've done great and you don't look very mad about who you are. You're just a blessing overall and very good at your mind and your sense and your capabilities. Very, very smart person here. Okay, so you know, someone's looking at you as very, very smart, and you know, people are gonna have to cheer you on, honey, even when they was thinking negative things about you. You know, maybe just like hate, maybe. And it does say sometimes they can change the script and not want to say anything at all, but really they want to say that you did great overall, and they realize that you're not doing that bad. You're really doing good. So they want to play mind games at times, but they're not going to play this year. And they want to help you make sure that you look good and answer all the questions that you're doing, and make sure that you're tidying up your mind with things and making sure that you install all the great news there. Okay, so maybe you guys are going through training as well, or maybe getting the hang of something as well at work. Okay, all right, so let's see what's going on with business. Okay, business for Leos. Business is not that bad. Overall, people are not going to be stealing your ideas. It does say things of that nature are going to help you to support your ideas, probably even wishes and dreams or wants for you to have success. Maybe even looking better in your mind about the things that you have and things that you own and things you are taking care of. Tidying up your mind with things that you already achieve, and maybe even looking for greatness. Overall, success is there. And it does say you bloody did it. You won something so well. You did something so great. You didn't even realize you did, but you did. And you're surprised at who you are. Your perspective is amazing. And the way you think and the way you look in your mind about things and support others with things are certainly going to be held accountable. It does say people want to see you and know a lot about you and a lot about the things that you do and know, and the things that you prepare for, and your problem solvings and your dignity, your pride, your gestures. Everything that you're doing is great. Wow, that's amazing, Leo. That's absolutely great. It does say people pick on you at times, but it doesn't say always. And they do want to see you at times, but they don't always. And they do want to help you at times, but they don't always. They just want to hear that you've got great news overall. And they will see you one day to have brilliant ideas. And remember that you have good news. It does say you have bloody good news, so you wouldn't have to worry about anything anymore. And you laughed at yourself at times because you didn't know if you could do it. But at times you really was picked on, and you really was blamed or even scrutinized or even gently put in your mind about problems. And it does say wonderful things can change. You don't want to hear that bad news is there. You just want to hear blessings come to you. And you laugh at people at times, but they laugh at you. And forgiveness is there to help people move past something. But whoa, do you have to see what's going on in the next 2 weeks? Okay. It says you have to hear from me, and I realize I've got to speak to you. I don't want to hear from you, but I've got to, and I realize I need to speak to you soon. Are you available this week or next week? Are you available next month? I want to hear that you're going to be there, and I want to know if you're going to be available on the 10th. Maybe the 10th is better for you, possibly the 9th or the 10th. And I want to hear that you're going to do good things in my mind, okay? So someone wants to hear from you, okay, on the 10th or on the 9th. That was quite specific. Okay, it could be a water sign, it could be a fire sign, it could be a Scorpio, or it could be an air sign person. It does say this female doesn't want to speak to you ongoing, but she does want to hear from you once a year, or maybe even once or twice a month, or maybe even see you as a person that's going to help them in their mind about things that they're doing. It does say wonderful things can come to you when you work on things that I'm doing at times. I wonder if you want to get involved in anything that I'm doing. I just want to hear that you're there at times. I don't know if you do want to, but I just want to know, do you want to? Okay, so this person is contemplating whether you want to, get involved in certain things that they're doing. And it does say they're scared to know everything about you, but they do know that they work on whether or not you want to. And it does say sometimes you just don't want to see everyone all the time. You would rather work alone, or see that problem solving is something that you do on your own privately. And you like your friends and you like people around you, so you wouldn't want to be bothered with other people's nonsense, or maybe even drama, or things that they've just got going on, or even doing. Seeing from two sides of the spectrum, you do like activities at times, and you want to know that things are there that you like. So at times you wouldn't mind getting involved. At times you're just not nervous about who's there, are you? It does say people are there to pick on people, and at times you may not want to be picked on. So I know I could be delicate and gentle with you. I just don't think you're overall friendly, and maybe you are. It's just that you don't want to be involved in everything. So this person's wondering if you want to be involved. Maybe they are, concerned that sometimes you just, want to stick to yourself about things, and maybe you see that, Leos, as well. But this person wants to know if there's anything that they can do to support, things that you may like, and if you will get involved. It does say there's many options of things that you could do. At times you just don't want to get involved in anyone's problems or anyone's drama. At times you do, and at times you want to be a part of people's situations, and at times you don't. Sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. It's just what it is. And it just says that you just need to support everything that you're doing and not stress about the situation. Love and light is there. People are there to support you. And many thanks to you. You have great news with your mind, your mum, your father figures, your loved ones, your friends, and people around you. Many thanks to you. You have great news. Potentially you have blame in your mind about things that you are doing, and maybe you don't like to see people all the time, but you just don't want to hear from everyone, and you rather not speak about people that want to warn you that negative karma is coming to get you. It does say one negative man here doesn't know how to speak to you, but he wonders, would you ever get your love life certified in the near future with good karma if I got involved in your mind? Maybe I shouldn't get involved as much as I thought I should have. And I knew that I shouldn't have got involved when I told you I didn't want to. But at times I thought I needed you, and I supported, never wanted you. Never wanted you, never wanted you. And I realized I should never have got involved. I just see that I should never have got involved. I look at you and I forgive myself because I never should have gotten involved. But whoa, I just don't know if you're going to potentially want me to see you one day. Okay, so I don't know who that is. All right. Could be an air sign man here. Okay, could be a Pisces or someone perspective contemplating, okay, taking their time in life with you, Leo. All right. Let's see. Or it's just someone's decision that they've made. It could be another fire sign. It does say you warn yourself not to speak, but you have blamed no one. You just don't want to see people get in your way. You'd rather cry it out or leave it there, or let the people play mind games with themselves. They don't know how to support your mind, or maybe even see you dress up and look nice, or maybe even jealousy is there with people looking at you, looking at a father figure, mother figure, or a parent, or maybe even looking at you overall as a person. Some of you are going through mental stresses with other people, adolescents and children. Does say supporting you with family affairs is not going to be easy, but you forgive yourself, and you don't want to hear that people are always going to be in your mind about their negative drama. It does say I wonder if she's always going to be in your mind about things that I've told her. She should never have spoken to you, but I realize she's always going to be her. She doesn't need to speak to you about things that she wants, but I'm not going to tell her off. I just realize she's always going to be who she is. Okay, that could be someone else's parent, or maybe even a friend, or a mother and friend. It does say some of you guys are dealing with spousal issues as well, as your spouse is not going to be there for you at times, but they really want to, and sometimes they don't. They just need to support who they are. They're going to probably be your best friend at times, but they don't know how to support everything. Okay, so let's get into love life for Leos then, please. Okay. And someone poorly judged you as well, didn't know which way to go with their mind, is worried about something here. Okay, it does say someone here didn't know how to call you a friend or a family member, or even support you in their mind as a lover. Their friendship is not going to be easy, but at times they wonder if they can be your friends, and at times they wonder if they can friggin' move on from a situation. I'm hearing someone call out F off. as well, and FU. It does say negative mindset of a man here doesn't even like me, and I realize he doesn't like me because he doesn't talk to me the way I want him to. He never spoke to me in ways that I wanted to hear, that he had sentimental energy for me, maybe even love making or something. He never speaks to me about these things, and I wonder if it's going to work out. He never even warned me that he would have trial and error trying to bruise my mind again and again with things that I told him I don't want to hear. He knows I don't even want to hear from her, or maybe even another female or other females. I don't want to hear from them. I don't even want to hear about them. I just want to hear that he's mine. And I don't know if I can get him, but he doesn't want to speak to me. He doesn't even like me like that. And I wonder why he doesn't like me like that, because I don't like him. He likes me, but I don't like him. And I realize I don't like him because he doesn't want to talk to me in the ways that I want him to. So someone, kind of fancies you as well, Leos, but maybe you're not giving them the energy that you like them. The way they could have liked you, and now they're turning a bit bitter and cold towards you. And it does say this person may not feel like they have good news with you overall. Finally, it does say you have to witness something that you've seen. You didn't like a person, they didn't like you, but you did like them, or you just didn't want them in the ways that they wanted you. And maybe if they forgive themselves, they could see why. It's not going to be you that wants them in the sexual way that you probably wanted, but not with them. And it does say with them, you felt like you could have good fun, or maybe even try to play mind games with them. It does say mind games because you don't need to play mind games, but you did. And maybe you felt like you could have gave them something a little bit more to show them that they could have had good fun with you or good karma. It says mainly it's because the friends you have are not my friends, or maybe even people you have are not my friends. At times I'm not your friends either. It does say she forgives herself though. She doesn't want to warn herself of anything, and she does like you. She just doesn't want to see you all the time. And she realizes she does, but she just doesn't know how to support that with you poorly judging her or putting her down. Or maybe even a personal problem with people around you telling you that it's not going to work out because you do know you don't have friends that are going to help you with this situation of hers. She realized that she doesn't even like people around you, and she does not like whoever you are with. She doesn't like anyone, but she does like people that you support at times with your family. And at times she wants to know, are they going to be successful in helping her make sure that she is there? It does say she has to wonder why she wants to be there, or why she needs to be there, or whether or not she's going to say hi to you one day in the streets, or maybe even in the mall, or maybe even see you out and about. It does say she just doesn't know how to support everything, but she does know where she's going and what she's doing and how she supports you in her mind, pushing you further and further in the mind of hers, wanting to know many things and doesn't know how to support anything. It does say poor you though, because you realize you don't want to get involved with her, and you realize this when you supported everything that you heard from your family. And it says you realize you don't need to hear anyone's mind games, because there is mind games with this person. And it does say you know this, but you don't want to speak about it with people that told you I told you so. It says many times over they told you I told you so. So don't speak about it, but keep it to yourself. And you realize that you have blamed no one. You just know that people are not always going to be good for you, and at times you want to know that they're going to be good, but you have to be mindful about who it is that you're holding on to or even speaking to. Sometimes you just don't want to see bad news, and people will come up with things and tell you things all the time, and maybe even tell you off and make you feel like you're hurt, crying, upset. At times you don't want to hear that it's always going to be you or your fault, but you have to have very good news to help you feel blamed no more. And tidying up your mind is something that you want to do. And selling your soul to someone is not going to be the answer, but helping yourself give yourself better news is going to break free from any drama or karma that you built up inside yourself or in your mind or with your skills or your ideas. Someone told you that you shouldn't have frenemies, and it does say frenemies because at times you don't want to know that the frenemy is going to be a frenemy to harm you. And it does say mindfully speaking, because I feel like she's not going to be my friend, but she's going to be a frenemy of yours, and I don't want her to be, but I realize she's not your friend. She doesn't even like you, but I've heard this, and I've heard certain things she's saying to me, and I realize you're not wrong. You're just not wrong. You're just going to tell me off and make me feel like I can't be her friend or not speak to her at all. It does say you realize that you don't need to speak about this with family members or friends or even parents, or maybe even frenemies that I told you about this person, not to speak to them. And it does say sometimes you don't want to hear them, Leo, but sometimes you will hear them when they're always deceiving you. At times you feel like the deception in you is going to deceive them too. It does say deceiving yourself is not always going to be the answer, Sometimes you've got to warn yourself not to sabotage what you have got going on with your friends or people that really care for you. At times you've been mad at them and really been mad to the point you will tell them off or put them down or make them feel shame or even try to harm them. Sometimes you just don't know who to trust. And the problem is, if you don't know who to trust, it's going to warn you to stress less and look better in your mind about who you are. It does say you have to communicate with your friends, family members, and siblings as they try to tell you off too. They realize they shouldn't be always giving you bad news, but jealousy is something that you've heard. It does say jealousy because why would he always give you bad news? He's coming to potentially make sure he's there for you. He doesn't want to, but he realizes he's got problems with people and he needs you. He needs to support you with many things he's got going on, or many times over family members. He doesn't know if you're going to need him or if you need him with your mind or your parents or your family, but he's just trying to warn you that he could come around anytime or even speak to you or tell you off. Maybe at times you just don't want to hear that he's always telling you off. Maybe she wants to hear that she's not always going to hear the same old problem with the person. And maybe the family member that keeps telling you off or putting you down doesn't want to hear that they're always doing this. It does say the idea is dried up, and it does say she wants to know it is dried up. It is not going to help you to always be placed on a pedestal of negative drama or karma in your energy or your mind or in your ears every day. It says someone here wants to play mind games with a person or even tell them that they're not allowed to speak to you no more, or maybe even hear from you again. At times they will hear from you, but sometimes you just got to realize, are you going to keep your mind to yourself about what you're doing or what you're up to? As you could have changed your mind about things you want, or maybe even purchases that you've made, or maybe even numbers that you've changed. Sometimes you've gone through many things time and time again. You don't need to speak about bad news, and you've never gone through it, but you have got good karma coming in. And it doesn't say warning, but if this man doesn't believe that you've got good karma coming in because you've changed your number or you've got good karma with your mind or things that you potentially have, he's going to feel out of place, misjudged, or out of order, or maybe even karma's going to bite him. It does say he has to wonder why he's treating you this way in the first place, or why he's fighting so much to be negative. Where's he going with this? And why is he treating you like he doesn't have good common sense, or maybe even good family members around him to support him? Maybe even supporting you, mindfully speaking, because he feels like he's got you where he wants to, holding on to you and your mind and your family, and maybe even feeling like you shouldn't have as much, you shouldn't give yourself as much, you shouldn't help yourself with too much, and doesn't know how to support very good news. He laughs, he makes fun, he even tells friends, and he makes fun of you time and time again, and he is laughing and making fun of you now, and he is trying to make fun of you more and more, and he doesn't know how to support his mental health, and he's mean and mindfully speaking nice, because at times he wants to look good in people's eyes, parents' eyes, and friends and family members' eyes, but he's not a very good person. Oh dear. All right, so let's see what's going on with singles. Singles don't want to see you. At times they do, and at times they don't. People want to see you, but at times they don't want to deal with you in your mind about who you are. And at times they realize they're not even going to be heard. If they don't see who you are, at times they're not going to be heard. Their mind is misplaced or mismatched with yours, and it doesn't say great news is coming to you. Sometimes you have to stay low or loyal to who you are and not speak about anyone's bad news. Let them deal with themselves or their smiles or their happiness inside themselves about who they are. I'm not bothered. I just want them to see who they are and let them feel like they have the ha-ha moment in themselves, or have peace with their mind with who they are. I wouldn't want to get involved with them, and I just noticed that I don't need to be around them. I just don't know how to support everyone's bad news though, and I want to know who's going to be your mind and who's not going to be your mind, who's going to be my mind and who's not going to be my mind, who's going to be there for me when I need support. Maybe I need support and my mind is telling me no one supports me at times. Is that what you're telling me? But at times I want to hear people are supporting me, and maybe I poorly judge people. Sometimes they do support me, sometimes they don't, and I wonderfully understand this through frenemies or friendships. And at times I wonder, are they really my friends? Do they help me? Do they help me get by? Do they really help me get through the things that I want? I just need to know what's going on overall with friends, and who are these friends, and where are they, and how do they help me? Okay, that could be you, Leos, feeling that way. And if it's not you, it could be other people around you feeling the same way too. Okay, so let's see what's going on with those in a relationship. Okay, you all are going through stress or scrutiny or developments of nine-mindedness, scared of people, or even laughed at, or maybe even seeing that it's not worth getting involved with friends or frenemies, or even people that come in and out of your life. Sometimes they're there for a reason, a season, or want to know that you're there in your mind with your members of your family. It does say being direct is something that you would rather not speak about, but someone may not want to speak to you or wants to be direct with you and doesn't know how. This man here doesn't know how to speak to you, but he wants to, and he doesn't know how to get out everything he wants to say, but sometimes he tries, and he doesn't try enough, but at times he wants to, and he may want to see that great news is coming to him. He may see that you're not always going to be the friend that you said you're going to be to him, or maybe even the spouse that you said you're going to be to him, but sometimes he just wants to know whether or not you can steal the friendship back and take him into your life about the love that you made. Or maybe even see that you have friends that are going to support you with many things that you are doing in your personal life. Sometimes he's there and sometimes he's not, but you wonder when he's going to be there overall to support you, and you just don't know if he's going to support the day you have given yourself good karma, as you may be looking forward to blessings coming in with your spouse, or maybe even getting married. Some of you guys will see that you are married, and some of you guys are going through divorce. Okay, this is going straight into the marriage life, so let's get into it. Some of you guys are dealing with mental stresses of the universe telling you how to support your mind with things that you've got going on. It does say many times over you are laughing at many females or males, or maybe even taking them back and saying, well, I like the way I look at this one. I like the way I look at that one. This one is a very suitable bride. At times I feel like she's going to be a very good wife. She's going to be the wife that I want to be, and maybe even looking for good females that you can support. So some of you guys, what I'm picking up is, you may even be looking at other people, whether that's online or people that you actually know that are getting married, friends, family members, or just people that you don't even know and you see them online. Okay, or maybe walk past a wedding event, you see someone getting married and you feel like the person could look like a very good bride. Maybe you could be looking in magazines and stuff like that. And it does say some of you guys are wifed up and maybe looking for loyalty with your spouse, and know that you can't speak about it right now because you're busy. And it does say some of you guys are dealing with a lot of things going on in your mind to support, many things that you need to support in your mind, and don't know how to support everything. Mind you, it does say you have to work on one thing at a time and stop stressing it. Look forward to blessings. It does say you wonder if you're going to see everything, and it doesn't say it's always going to happen. But you do need to support many things that are going to make you feel better in the end. And it does say recommended family affairs are there, but it says no one needs to share this information. You have seen that better news is coming. Why would I tell you off? It does say a negative man keeps looking at you and regrets it. He knows that he keeps looking forward to family problems. He wants to see the father or the mother feel like they are sad. He doesn't know how to support mental stresses all the time, but he is going through a bad mood. Maybe even bad singledom, or maybe even stress with his finances. He doesn't know how to support mind games, but he does play them every day. That could be, maybe one of your teenage children, okay? Or just a family member, or just someone here, okay? It says some of you guys are really looking mindful about who you are and dressing up and having friendships, and maybe even sexual mentalities that are helping each other, and maybe getting along well with your spouse, and really looking forward to blessings come between you as you are very direct, or maybe talk about things and deliberately make sure that they happen and help each other and solve each other's problems. Very good news overall. It doesn't say it's always ongoing that you speak, but at times you are there and you realize that you're home alone at times, or with your spouse, helping each other solve situations or do great by one another. That's beautiful. So let's see what's going on with individuals, Aries and Leo. What's going on individually with the Aries and the Leos all over the world, honey? What's going on? It says Leo doesn't want to pretend that they have good news overall with their spouse, but some of them are dealing with Sagittarius. It does say some of them are getting involved with Sagittarius, while Aries is not going to be the one that gets involved with their mind. At times they love Aries, and at times Aries doesn't love them, but sometimes they need to deal with someone else that does know how to support their mind or understand who they are. Okay, what's going on with Taurus and Leos? What's going on with the Taurus and Leos? Taurus doesn't know how to surprise you, but wants to, and they do know that they can help you or give to you, or even support you with gifts, and maybe even presents. Saying hello to you is something they want to do, and maybe even giving you a gift or two is going to help. They know that they can support you with everything that they've got coming, and they want to give it to you, and they want to surprise you. They just know that they've got to give you good karma, and they love you. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, let's see what's going on with Gemini. Gemini. Okay, so what's going on with Gemini What's going on with Gemini and Leo? Okay, it says great news overall with Gemini. It does say Gemini is working hard to support you and maybe helping you with things that they've got going on. They don't want to stress, but they see great news is coming to you, and they wonder if building a bridge between you and a friend is going to help, but they just don't know how to support mind games. They want to play mind games though, but they just know everything is going to work just fine. And they realize it's not always going to be bad news. When they get involved with you and people's mindsets, it just makes them feel like they can work on things and support their minds with everything. They know they can steal the ideas from yours and take them and use them as their own, but they may not want to. And at times they feel like they need to talk to you about things that they've heard or seen or said, or maybe even things that you've said or heard or even seen. At times they want to help you build a bridge between the mind games of theirs and the mind games of others, or even people's that they've got in their mind to support. They just know that they've put off certain things, or maybe even saved it for later, but want to hear more from you later on this week, this month, or this year, or maybe even this evening. All right. So let's see what's going on with Cancerians and Leos. Cancer doesn't even want to speak to you, but at times they do and at times they don't. They're pleased that you don't need to speak to them all the time, but they're there wondering if you're going to moan. They will moan and then they will moan. At times you just don't know if you want to hear them, but they will moan, and let them moan is what you want them to do. At times you just don't know if you want to hear everything, but you'd rather speak less to them, and at times you may speak to them and at times you just don't want to. And it's just one of those things. You'd rather speak about why they want to speak to you when you speak to them when they speak to you, and at times you don't. And that's how it's going to be, and that's how you want it. Okay. Let's see what's going on with Leo and Leo. Leo wants to potentially make sure that they make friendships with you. Frenemies are not short to come by. It does say frenemies are not short to come by, because most of the time you are all frenemies to yourselves and maybe even others, and teaching abilities are there to support you with many things that you are going through. And sometimes you may not see that you are teaching someone a lesson, but you are hearing one, or maybe even heard by your friends, family members, that they are telling you off or telling you something that you need to hear. Sometimes it's a frenemy or maybe even a friendship. Some of you are going through many things over and over and don't know how to support mind games, but at times you just want to know that you're doing it and really doing it, but sometimes you just don't want to hear that you're always involved in problems. You may seek attention or cry or maybe even hear bad news. At times you just don't want to. And it does say wonderful things can happen. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but you don't want to hear that you're always put under the spells or scrutiny of other people's judgments, or even hear bad news. You wonder who is speaking to you or how it comes about that people talk to you. Who's doing this and where does it come from? Why do I hear people talking to me, ghosts and wizards, or what is it? I can hear people talking about me or talking to me, and I wonder what's going on. So some of you are going through esoteric energy or spiritual energy, or going through people with spells, ancestors, rituals, whatever it is, and you're just kind of wondering about things. Okay. Let's see what's going on with Leos and Virgos. Leos and Virgos. Virgos don't want to stress or even look into things and recommend that you have joint custody with someone, or even sex. It does say sex because some of you are going through sex and sentimental situations of sex. Your sex life is blamed. I know it is, because I don't think you're having great news with your sex life. It does say, I wonder, do you have great news with your sex life? Because I don't think you do. And I just wonder, do you have anything going on with your sex life? I just want to know who's sexing you and where are you going with your sex life. I just want to know who is sexing you. Oh, is that Virgo? Says Virgo doesn't want to know much, but they do, and they keep poking their nose in where it doesn't belong, and they want to know who's sexing you, texting you, living with you, sleeping with you, lying next to you, and being around you. They just want to know, who is your lover? Where are they? What's going on? I want to know what's going on with you and your lover. This person's being a bit nosy. Let's see what's going on with Libra and Leo. Libra doesn't want to hear about you, and they do want to know what's going on with you at the same time too. They wonder who you're sleeping with, and they wonder what's going on with you, but they also know they're lying up next to you at times, and they're the one that is in love with you. They know that they're always speaking about you and keeping a mindful mindset on you as they look at you and wonder if you're going to be there and maybe even support them while they're there. And are they going to always be there for you? And are you always going to be there for them? They wonder if you're always going to be the person that loves them, stays with them, speaks to them, or even speaks to them about root work, spell work, magic, or maybe even things that you're going through. What's going on with you? Are you okay? I want to know that you're still speaking about things that you've done or even seen about me. I want to know, are you there? I just want to know, are you there? Are you there? What's going on with you? I just want to know, are you there? Okay, Libra wants to know whether or not you're there. It does say Libra is also going through esoteric mental health, and they also struggle with people putting spell work, root work on them, and they are going through nightmares and citizenships of mental problems, or maybe even struggles with people that are going through this problem and don't know who to support or mentally give out good karma to. They are mindfully speaking about good karma with their minds, their lovers, their sex, their mental health, or maybe even laughter, because they don't want to hear that people are in problems, but they are helping people through their problems and helping them solve their problems. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Scorpio and Leo. Scorpio and Leo. Scorpio is very much in love with you, very sentimental about who you are, and dresses up and takes the time to look into blessings coming into your mind. Very good news is there overall with the Leo and the Scorpio. They help each other, support each other, and put each other down at times, but they do witness good karma when they change their mindset about things that they should cheer up about, or maybe even tune into to support and be better at it, and maybe even friendly give good karma to each other. At times they wonder if it's going to succeed, but it's not going to be you that has bad news overall with Scorpio. Scorpio doesn't mind seeing that you're dressed up and looking fine. They really like the way you look, and they like the way you smell, and they like the way you dress. They like the way you're looking overall, and they tidy up your mind and help you through your problems, and they gift you, and they're loving and gentle, and they support you. And you probably give them a lot of time to think about good news, and they wonder if you're going to support them. They just know that they're mental about things that they don't want to have in their mind about bad news, or maybe even situations that they don't want to give themselves to. At times they love you so much to the point they don't want to hurt you. They just want to see great news come overall, but they really realize that at times you do let them down, and they don't want to hear that you're always going to be the one to have the shoe that's worn on the other foot, so to speak, or maybe even sell their soul to you as a bad mind game. They realize they have problems at times, and they don't want to see you in the problem with them or even gift the problem to them. They just want to know that you're always going to be friendly, and at times you leave them to wonder if you're always going to be liked, and if you like them, and if you're going to like them. And you wonder 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 and you wonder. At times you don't want to say anything, but you do wonder, and you do talk about them or even to them, and wonder if they speak to you and love you so much, and they love you too, and they don't know how to support you, but they know that you love them so much, and you do love them, and you hate them at the same time too, but you love them so much to the point where you can't stand them. And it does say you just wonder if they're going to be there. Okay, let's see what's going on with I hear someone being negative as well in the background, and it does say, Leo, you are the one that it's being told to. If someone keeps talking to you, it's going to be you in Aquarius, but we'll get there, honey. Okay, so let's see what's going on with I'm hearing something about citizens advice as well. I don't know if you guys need help with support with citizens advice or something. Okay, let's see what's going on with Sagittarius and Leos. Sag doesn't want to marry you. Sag doesn't need you. They just notice that they don't want to get involved with you forever, but they do. They rather you see that you need to support yourself. At times you don't want to support yourself, but you do. And then many thanks to them, they realize they help you a lot with things that you've got going on. They do help you to the point where they don't want to stress, but they do look at things that they succumb and surprise you with, and maybe even laugh at things that they don't know how to support. At times they really look into it and look into how they can get back to you with the things that they found out to help support you. Forgiveness is needed, and it does say sometimes you need to forgive them and they need to forgive you, and get past the drama and the attitudes and the situations that cause you mind games. It does say sometimes they look into things way too hard, but at times they need to, and they want to give you a good karmic life, so they don't want to support you with bad news, and they would rather be your friend and see that you don't have stress. And they want to see great news come to you, so they don't want to see that you're bothered about anything. So they want to see that you live a good life and move past the drama and let something go. And it is the mind games, and leave you alone and stop bothering you. Overall, they want to stop bothering you with their mental stress and their mind games. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Capricorn. Capricorn doesn't really bother anyone, but they do, and at times they don't, and at times they do. They just wonderfully want to make up something in their mind to help the situation move past a bad mood. And they do know they can support this with mental stresses, and they do have great news overall. They do know that they support their minds with things that they steal the time or attention to say, or even say to you, to make sure that you see them for who they are. And they love it and hate it, but they just got to look at why they're doing that and leave them to it. Okay, let's see what's going on with Aquarius. What's going on with Aquarius and Leos? Aquarius doesn't want to hear from you, but they will email you, text you, or send you a letter, or maybe even message you, or let you know that they're coming around, or maybe even join you in things that they've got going on, or maybe even murmur to you, talk to you, speak to you, or wonder if you're whispered at, or maybe even place a hold on you, spell, or root work on you. And they look forward to better news at times too. They're all going through their own situation judgment with a Leo. And it does say many of them are going through mad mind games. At times they play mind games with you and they play it well. And at times they do it not so good. And at times they warn themselves not to speak, but they are badly looked forward to. And they are not looking forward to great news overall with you. Summer, winter, or whenever. It does say whenever you deal with them, you are stressed, but at times you like them, and at times you won't want to know that you're always going to speak to them, and you wonder if you can steal the friendship from them, but they can't always be loyal to you. So you wonder if you can move past this and make friends with someone else. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Pisces and Leo. Okay, Pisces is not getting involved with anything that you call them out. It does say many times over, you could have killed their mental health with problems. Mental stress is going on today with them and you, and they feel like no one should speak to them at all. They just don't want to get involved, but they realize they shouldn't speak about anyone, and they have gotten themselves into a bad mood. Maybe even a little bit of trouble, or maybe even something that they said they didn't want to support. Okay. It does say that you should see the situation close out by June or January, or maybe even never. At times they just want to know, are you worried? Are you scared? Are you let go of in my mind about bad news? I wonder if you can steal me in my mind and tell me off. I don't want to know that you're always in a good way. Oh dear. They realize that they always put in definitely bad news, bad reputation, bad root work, bad spells, bad magic, bad situations, bad information, bad things in your mind, but they don't want to hear that you're always looked at as a good partner or as a good leader, or maybe even good at what you do in your work. At times they're really mad at you and they don't know how to support that, but they will put you down and they harm you and they hold on to this, but they just don't know how to stop. They may move past this and may negatively move on from their mind about the situation. They will find something else to do and move past it and leave you alone and permanently let go of the situation with mind games that they have been playing with you. Okay, so that was your reading, Leos. Let's see what's going on with your angel messages. Okay, let's see. All right, it says release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So release your ex. Some of you guys may need to release an ex from your mind, from your physical, you know, whether that's an ex-partner, an ex-friend, an ex-situation, an ex-perspective, okay, whatever it is, you know, someone that you may not even just talk to anymore. You've got to release that person from your system, from your mind, from your energy. Okay, let's see what's going on with your other angel messages. Okay, chakra clearing. Archangel Metatron, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. Okay, so release and surrender. Here we go with this release again. So maybe some of you guys just may need to let go of something or someone or some ideas or perspectives or just a person, you know, or people, whatever it is. Okay, it says, we shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to open love and assistance. So some of you guys may even need to let go of your own, you know, whether it's resentment, maybe deceptivity in some way, you know, certain things just need to be let go of, basically. Okay, and your spiritual guides are there helping you with that. Okay, this one came in reverse. Let's see what it is. Universal deck. It says, there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. So someone here may not have been telling the truth. Someone may not have been honest to themselves even. Someone could be lying to someone about their sexual preferences, or maybe, you know, that someone looks good when they don't, so to speak, or whatever it is. All right, so anyway, let's see what's going on with your angel numbers. Number 8, number 16, number 32, number 2, number 45, number 37, and number 4. Okay, that was your reading, Leos. Okay, not a bad one. There is some, you know, little stuff in there that are, you know, a little bit like, well, why do you want to see me down when I know that I want to feel up, you know? But yeah, I feel like, you know, you guys are making some changes, letting go of certain things and making sure that you feel better in yourself, which is absolutely great. You know, not holding on to, you know, other people's negative stigmas about you, you know, and making sure that you move past those energies to feel better in yourselves overall. So that's bless energy. All right, so I will speak to you again in your next reading. Ciao for now. Bye.